Time today. Mm, Glasses on, glasses on. These boys are ashy. Anyway, they're kind of dark on YouTube. YouTube, what's good? Peace and blessings on YouTube. All day. We just waiting for the people. So I'm gonna eat an apple. I'm relaxed today. All right. Welcome everybody that makes their way into this room. Peace and blessings. I speak that from my heart to you. I'm thankful for everybody that chose to log in. We're going to have such an amazing time today. This is a community of believers, right? And what I want to say to you is, in order to be a believer, you have to first have a vision and also understand that you have what it takes to fulfill the vision. So for us, this is a community of believers. I am a believer. I believe in, I call him God, the Father, Heavenly Father, Almighty, whatever you call him. Also, I believe in people, but I believe in God sent, right? How do I know my God sent people? Is because majority of them is actually functioning in your life right now. They're in your life to help you be a better you, accomplish the vision that you have for yourself, right? Or even assist in some of the things that makes you a better individual for not just yourself, but for the people around you. What happens is that I call the timeout. This timeout is on the battlefield. Well, what do I call the battlefield? I call the battlefield the day-to-day life, right? Today is the day that God has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. For some of us, we can't be glad because the day did not produce the things that we was looking for. For some of us, we upset because today wasn't the day for it was a bad day. You got off to a bad start, right? It still don't change the grounding that today is the day that the Lord, who's Lord? He should be your Lord if you allowed him to be. But for some of us, we done changed the position. You see, we spent a lot of time listening and still listening, attending different services, growing up. Some of us grew up listening under the church and things like that, right? Let me watch my words, because some people say I come against the church or I talk about the church, but they never tell me what church I talk about. The church is such a broad word, right? And we come up under this thing and we listening, right? God's promise. God promised you that he'll never leave you or forsake you. And everybody be like, woo! And it's like God said, your enemies, he'll use your enemies as a footstool. And everybody say, woo! And he's also said, God promised you that no weapon formed against you will prosper. And everybody say, woo! We get this. We spent a lot of time learning God's promise, but we spent no time on your promise to God. You have promised God some things, and I've been sent to collect on that promise. Now, I don't want to make my job hard. I don't want to make your job hard. All we have to do is participate, mutual ground, right? I'm not looking for perfect. I'm looking for real. If you was looking for what I'm looking for, then we will get to a higher point. Come on now. I got Sister Sonia I've been praying for, and she showed up today. Peace and blessings. So I want to get started, but I wanted to set the room first. Now, what I will be doing from time to time is setting the room. But what I want you to think about is God promised to you. Now, what did some of you promise God? Because some of you are not living up to what you told God. You told God, if you give me another chance, I'll do this. If you send somebody into my life, I'll do that. God, if you help me out this situation, God, just do it for me. You were so sincere. You were so love. You really believe. You convinced everybody that day. If you didn't know God that day, you convinced yourself that God will know. I told God that if he do this for me, please don't let my baby go to jail. Please help my daughter out. Please, God, if you let them hire me. Please, God, if you send somebody in my life, I will. And after that will came whatever your confession was. Me, myself, I'm your host today. I am the navigator. I'm going to show you an alternate route. Why do we have to take an alternate route? It's because we didn't live up to what we said we was going to do. For some of us, we have to go about this another way. For some of us, you so stuck in your way, you need somebody else to take you another way or a new way. You tired of religion, you tired of the day-to-day, you tired of people talking, you should have did this, you should have did that, right? Which brings me to another subject. You know, I had an encounter this week with someone I know, and I've known them for over 10 years. They're a good person. She's a good person. She's a good mother. She's a good, a good representation of what I think spiritual Christian faith mom should be. And she called me and she had some concerns, right? She had a financial advisor on her phone trying to lead her and say, hey, I'm going to coach you financially in order to get these contracts done. Now, for me, myself, I have owned and operated over 19 businesses, right? From government contracts, dealing with the government, right? Where you bid on contracts. I done made over $500,000 just doing government contract work years ago, right? So I'm very, very well-rounded. I have 20-year plus entrepreneur experience, just creating businesses from the ground up and creating success for others that's balanced, right? So I look to bring balance to you as well as myself. Moving on with this story, she said that the financial advisor that was assisting her, that she sought out, right, asked her all these questions. She gave them every answer. And I said, well, how much is it that they're charging you? They charging her $25,000, right, to coach her for 6 months, guaranteeing she will be in position to get contracts, right? So I'm listening and I'm asking her questions and things. And then it dawned on me. This person is fraudulent. I said, listen, you don't need them. You gave them too much information. You don't need them to help you out. You got it. Hold your position. They said to me, listen, I don't need you to be my life coach. I need you to be a friend, AJ. You need to learn how to listen. You need to listen more. Stop telling me what I need to do. I've been in corporate. I've been here. I've been there. Sometimes you just got to listen, right? I listened to let her finish insulting me. And I said back to her when she was done, you're right. We can agree on one thing. I am not your life coach. I'm my life coach, not yours. Because the life coach you talking to charge you $25,000. You ain't giving me one dime. Let's go. For some people that comes into your life, they so taken from it, but then they want to place you on what they want to place on you. They want to put you in a position to say, I just need a friend. First off, I was being nothing but a friend. For some of you, people that's connected to you, you need to reevaluate what your understanding of what a friend is. A friend do not watch you make mistakes. A friend do not watch you kill yourself. A friend do not watch you put your life in danger, your finances in danger, your emotions in danger, the people around you in danger. But somehow this is the first thing that your so-called friends do. And what we do, we call them haters. Forget that hating stuff. Let's just correct everything. Let's just uproot it. Let's just take it out. Let's get a new understanding. So I got off the phone with them, decreased, and called somebody else that I call friend. I have amazing friends right now. I really do love my friends because my friends can check me. My friends better not watch me make a mistake, even when it comes down to this feed line right here. If you got a problem with something I'm saying, then you gonna make sure you help me understand what did I do to offset this thing, because I have no problem with apologizing. I said to them, I was being a friend to them, but maybe they didn't know what a friend was. It didn't mean I needed to change my delivery. It didn't mean the way I said it. Some people, the way you said it, your tone, guess what? This is my tone. And if it wasn't for the God in me, then I wouldn't be speaking at all, because I would not care. I would be just like everybody else. Why do you make mistakes? But since I come here to stand in the gap, because what stands in me stands in the gap on my behalf. So this is when I call a timeout. This is the Mighty Monday meltdown. This is a timeout on foolishness. This is a timeout on ego. This is a timeout on pride. This is a timeout on religion. This is a timeout on confusion. This is a timeout on thinking you need something from somebody else. This is a timeout on complaining. This is a timeout on position, titles, roles, relationship. This is the timeout moment. This is when everything has to reset. Anything that's going to connect in your life going to have to connect through God and by God. And if you ain't allowed that to take place, then God decrease them, move them out the way, and God, you come on and step on in. God, there going to be some people getting on this feed line, but I need the invisible crown army to take their position, because I need to make sure that we hold this frequency. I need to make sure we hold it down. I need to make sure that when your presence is present, that we show you nothing but honor. We here for the right reason, not the wrong reasons. This is the recovery season where we recover self recovery is important. And God, we can identify the beginning of this year, January, February, and all them other months. We have rolled out some things that just didn't work in the best interest of us, in the best interest of our emotions, in the best interest of our finances, in the best interest of the people that participate in our life on a day-to-day basis, day in and day out. God, we done experienced some things. Sometimes, God, it seems like the enemy is winning. Let's just be honest. It seems like the enemy is getting the best of us. We done tried things and it still ain't working. We don't sit here and allow people to come in, and all they did is corrupt it even more. You said bad company corrupts good character. God, if we looking for the good character, but the good character seem like it is out of here. It seems like the enemy winning sometimes. But God, we come back for you. We come back to you. We come back for you because we need to be refreshed, revived, renewed. We need to be honest. And this is the moment that we are honest with ourselves. This is self-recovery right now. We got to be honest that we ain't done everything that we should have done in this season, in this day, with the relationship, with the money, with the position, with the title as mother, brother, sister, cousin, friend. We are the representative of the Lord Almighty, and we have not honored him. We not walked with him. We not resembled him. We have not shown his mighty power in our life and through our life first. We have not counseled the way God would counsel. We have not done the things we should have done. So God, we ask for forgiveness right now. We change our confession right now. God, we recognize we was not the perfect example for the task, but for some of us, we stepped in roles we wasn't even qualified for. We tried to be what we wasn't even eligible for. And we're grateful that you struck us down. We're grateful that you pulled us down. We're grateful that you closed the door in our face. We're grateful that you embarrassed us. Yes, God, you embarrassed us because we thought we was able to do what we was able to do, but we can't do nothing unless you give us permission to. You access our life, God. You override any and everything that is not of you. And for that right there, we're grateful that you are God. We have to recognize who we are in this position right now. So we get in that position, we take our position because there's no other position we can play right now. We come to you for ourselves. We come because we're hungry. We come because we need you. We come because there's no other one we can come to right now. God, I don't come by myself. I come with leaders. I come with people that can believe that they can do more than what's been given to them right now. If they had the opportunity right now, God, I need you to show up mighty and strong. Be the proof that they need to see. Be the proof that they need to see. And in order for them to see, I ask that you will give them vision. You will give them access to have a vision. No vision is they blind. And right now they need to understand that it ain't the world that's coming against them. It's what they choosing to do. And right now, God, we choosing you because you are God. You override any and everything. God, I ask that you enable their ears. You say deliverance come from hearing, and we need to be activated. We don't need one ear opening. We need both ear opening. Open it. Open it so we can hear your word. Open it so we can hear your spirit. Open it so we can know exactly what we need to do, when we need to do it, and why we need to do it. We need the voice of instructions, and the only way we're going to get that voice is somebody that understands what the voice sounds like. God, I'm grateful that I ask that you will make the adjustments that's necessary and needed for these people to be able to receive me. Whatever frequency I go to, let them understand that there's many people from many kinds with many experiences from many places that's here to get what it is that they needed to get in order so they can do what you will have them to do. We don't want to cause confusion or conflict, any disasters that's here. We ask that they be released now, God. Yes, God. For your name's sake. It's your name that's on the line, not ours. We hide ourselves in you. You are our refuge right now, God. You provide for us. You provide for us. You provide for us. That includes the direction we need. We don't come selfishly for ourselves, but we bring them children before you right now, God. Our children need something extra right now. They are bored, but we recognize boredom is an application for you to talk to them. So while they sitting wherever they sitting at, whatever they doing, God, we ask that you will come down and touch our children. You will come down and touch our family members, our relatives. Some of the stuff they do are irrelevant to where we at right now. But we ain't going to be selfish. No, we not, God. We're going to ask on behalf of them as well, that you would do what only you can do and allow us to do what only we can do. And if we go beyond what it is we tried to do, then forgive us, God. Forgive us for trying to push something that you wasn't trying to push, the push factor. Yes, God, this is a push and pull season. And God, we're grateful that we have to pull on you from time to time. And we have to push you from time to time to act on our behalf. And we are so grateful for this moment. I'm thankful for this moment. If they need healing, give them healing. If they need deliverance, give them deliverance. If they need wisdom, give them wisdom. If they need knowledge, give them knowledge. They need understanding, give them understanding. If they need comfort, give them comfort. But we cannot walk out of here the same way we walked in, God. We cannot walk out the same way we came in. Some of us don't even know how we got in here. But God, as they share the feed, let the one that hear this right here know that they was called to this particular feed for this particular time for a particular purpose that will be executed and acted out by them, ordered by you. For your name's sake, you the one that gives the order, and it's for us to carry out. So we're grateful for this opportunity to be with you. This is because your name is on the line. In Jesus Christ's name, we pray. Amen. Y'all ready? Yes, God. Listen, it ain't what God promised you. God said he's going to do what he said he's going to do. It's what you said you was going to do on your behalf, your sacrifice, what you going to do, right? This is where we at right now. We're in a time where we have to recall and recover the confession we made, right? We got to recall and recover the confession. For some of us, we have said some stuff. God, you give me another chance. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to cook. You sit here and let this doctor report come back right. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to stop drinking only on the weekend. I'm done with just dating crazy. And it just seemed like you just attract crazy every time you go out your front door. But some of us, listen, I'm telling you now, a purple heart for all the brave hearts. We have been through a whole lot. And then that we've been through it, that's what gives us our experiences. This is a time out. This is time out on the battlefield. The battlefield is called life. Whose life? Your life. That's the narrative. That's what we understanding. That's the groundwork that I'm making. Listen to me, you guys. I love God. I don't do anything without the Spirit. The Spirit that's in me allowed me to function with people around me, even if they don't have what I have. It's not charged to them. It's charged to me. It's charged to me. For some of you, you have to monitor what you participate in. There's three types of relationships. Again, there's three types of relationships. Again, I don't care what relationship it is, whether that's uncle, auntie, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever position you are in, even at your job, right? Even with your God, right? And I repeat, it's not what God promised you. It's what did you promise God? Some of you made a confession. He said it's better to not make a promise than to make one. It was you and God in private, and you said some stuff and you reneged on everything you said. And I'm here to collect on that. I'm here as a servant of God. I'm a servant of God, and we gonna get to that. You might not met a servant before. There's many servants in scripture, but I am a servant. And every invisible crown, the army, right, that I talk about, they're servants too. And that's why we are leaders meeting up together on common grounds. There's 3 types of things that goes down in a relationship, and you need to make sure you find out where you at in each relationship you think you participate in. If you have a problem with people typing, take your finger, touch your screen, swipe it to the left. You don't have to look at another comment until this feed is over with, okay? So I want to fix that problem for you right now. Sometimes when you see a problem and you getting distracted because you're trying to read who putting up what, you have an issue with yourself. Take your finger, touch the screen, and just slide it over, because you don't need to be reading, because I'm the one who's speaking right now. Put your eyes back over here and listen, because I need your ears to be activated. 3 things that jumps off in a relationship that you need to monitor and make sure that you don't fall victim of. 1, you want to make sure you have a functioning relationship. Functioning relationships is really what you need. That's key. It's very key. In order to have a functioning relationship, you need to be a functioning person. For some of you, you have to be honest with yourself. It's not what you receive. It's actually what do you give to yourself? What do yourself receive from you? Do you receive good advice from yourself, or do you receive bad advice from yourself? Functioning. That's one thing we have to tackle. Functioning relationships. How well do you listen to yourself? How well are you able to know when yourself is on something? When you know that you're about to be on something crazy. This is not you. Can you check yourself, right? Before you can get involved with someone else, it has to resonate within yourself. What you reap is what you sow. What did you sow into yourself that's giving you outcomes, right? Functioning. But then the second one is dysfunctioning. Dysfunctioning, meaning you keep trying to date, but it's not working. Some of you are over the 10 date rule. That means you done dated 10 females, or you done dated 10 men, and it just did not work. When you ask what happened, you blame them. They just not ready. Well, you get into these little group things and y'all ask, why is men so what? Men got many options. Men got many options. But you as an individual, what's your option? You have many options too, right? For some of you, listen to this, dysfunctioning. You single. I'm not dating nobody. I'm not seeing nobody. I don't cheat. Well, then guess what? Sounds like to me, you need to date yourself, hire yourself, employ yourself, work for yourself. But you don't have no responsibilities at this point but to get yourself together. And yet you still don't work on your emotions. You don't read books about your emotions. You don't work on your thinking. You still don't work on your spiritual. You know what I mean? You don't work on the things that brings value to who you are. So at the end of the day, it's no wonder why you single. You got all this time to sit here and bring the value up in you, but yet you sit around here still looking for somebody because you don't want to be by yourself, not understanding that is why you by yourself. You by yourself so you can work on yourself by yourself, understand yourself. So when you get back out there and you do want to be on the market, you can compete. Some of you can't compete with what's on the market. The market is booming, but you are not qualified to be on that market. That's why you single, okay? And yes, that person will cheat on you because you can't handle the things that covers a functioning relationship. A relationship consists of more than just sex. A relationship consists of more than just buying you something, taking you out to dinner, buying you food or clothes, getting your little hair done, taking him, chipping in on a bill or two every now and then and say, wait, today I'm treating you, right? I'm treating you today. That right there, a relationship consists of more than that. That is not a functioning relationship. That right there is kindergarten to a relationship, because you so happy that you want to cover the bill one time. And guess what? That is still dysfunctioning relationship, because you think that that just makes up a relationship. No, it does not. And the third one is malfunctioning. Malfunctioning is we could have had a good thing going. We could have had a relationship. This thing was rolling. We was good. Guess what? It's just like one of my sisters on the speed line, Vicky. Vicky is a friend. I've known Vicky for a long time. Not only that, Vicky is an entrepreneur, right? Meaning she handles her own business. I don't see her begging. You never hear her talk about anything. I never see her complaining. She takes the hit. She's always solid. She's always strong. When I see her, right? Guess what? She can be my sister. I didn't ask her to be my sister, but she can be my sister because she carries herself in a respectable way, that she has the sister quality. She also can be a speaker, a motivational speaker on the platform due to my recommendation, because what I see in her, she don't even know I see in her. That's when she's being her without trying to impress anybody else. You got that? Functioning relationships, when you can see a person and say, man, you know what? Even if she did have a moment, a get out moment or whatever, she still handle herself in such a respectful way that she only goes so far. So even for some people, no matter what you do, going far is taking one step. Some people, you could take 50 steps, but you knew you took 50 steps. For some of you, you still don't know. I don't know why they left me. I don't know why I'm so drawn to them. You drawn to them. Ask yourself, are they drawn to you? Functioning relationships, dysfunctioning relationship, and malfunctioning relationship. Could have a good thing, but your intellect keep messing it up. What you think, you keep trying to put me in this situation, and you ain't allowing me to transform. Let's move on. Let's recap about last week. Let's go there. If you did not see that feed from last week, all I ask you to do is watch it and share it. Share this feed. Hit the share button down at the bottom. You know what I mean? This is a nonprofit. I Am My Life Coach is a movement. You are a part of that movement. I'm glad you're here. If you want to sew into I Am My Life Coach, $, I Am My Life Coach. That's Cash App. It's nonprofit. Everything is on the books. But hey, guess what? Until then, we're going to keep it moving the way that I'm moving it, right? Listen, we talked last week. Availability and ability. Let's just crack this a little bit more better for some of you so you can understand this. Just because you have availability, let's go back again. I'm single. I'm not dating nobody. I'm not with nobody. I don't sleep around. Only mess with one person at a time. You have availability, right? That's called availability. Ask yourself, do you have the ability to maintain the position that you just thinking you should rightfully be in, since you don't have nobody? You see, this is the biggest lie that we tell ourselves. Nobody tell you this lie but yourself. You tell yourself the biggest lie and then get mad when you done lied to yourself. Let's be clear one more time. Availability. You available. I'm single. I'm not with nobody. I'm not seeing nobody. I mean, but what you're really saying is, do you have the ability to handle a person that don't have nothing? Me personally, no, I don't. I do not want to be in nothing with nobody that don't have nothing. I'm being honest with you. I have a goal. I have a vision. I have a mission. I have an action plan, right? And I'm willing to back that thing up with my strength, my actions, and everything else to support my vision, my mission, my goal, my strategy, and my action plan. I have every bit and every desire to get there. But do I have the ability to deal with somebody that don't have anything? No, I don't. I'm being honest with you. Now, if you be honest with yourself, some of you don't have the right type of contribution to have a functioning relationship, right? Functioning. Who signs up for a dysfunctioning relationship? This is why a lot of confusion comes in, because people find themselves inside of a dysfunctioning relationship that does not benefit both parties. When you are participating in something, it is not your job to evaluate this individual. It's your job to evaluate what you participate in. If you look at what you participate in, then you have a voice in what you participate in because it should be beneficial to you. But if you keep looking at him or her and you not looking at what you guys have, then at the end of the day, you will not have anything. And that thing will be considered to be malfunctioning. Once that relationship malfunction, you don't have anything, right? So let's go a little further. I want to cruise this thing and push this thing, and you will see where I'm going with it, right? Purple hearts for the brave hearts. Let's be clear about something. Ask yourself. I know I get asked many times about relationship because I talk about relationship a lot, but I cannot have a relationship without the Spirit. The Spirit is the Spirit I believe God sent to me, so I'm able to talk to God. So that's a relationship that I speak from. But for some people, they have a different interpretation of what relationship is. So let's just get to that relationship, right? A lot of times people talk about scriptures, and it's one thing to hear a scripture, another thing to understand a scripture, and another thing is to be able to interpret the scripture that you actually put your eyes on. So there's a scripture that talks about a helpmate. I asked someone this weekend, what's your definition of a helpmate? Helpmate is two words. Break the word up. Help and mate. Let's go with help. Help, right? It means to assist. Now, when you assist someone else, you're really assisting yourself because you have the ability. Remember, availability and ability. Sometimes people that have the ability, they don't have the availability, right? They have the ability, but they don't have availability. So we talking about help. Help means to assist. Sometimes you might have the ability to assist whoever it is that individual is, or you might be available to assist. That's help. Let's talk about mate. Mate is a match. When you match with someone, right, that means I can match wherever you at in terms of your assistance that you might need to have. So a lot of times, let's just talk relationship, marriage, spiritual wife, the woman, whatever the role she is. She wants to be a helpmate. Helpmate meaning I'm going to assist you and mate with you to fulfill the vision that you should have. Every male should have a male man should have a vision he was working on before you start working on him. A lot of times people come in your life, ladies, and you distract the man from the vision, so you never get a chance to see his vision because you want his eyes to be locked on you. And when his eyes get on you, you don't see what it is you needed to see. So your help may get voided out, and now all you did is put somebody eyes on you, and you're not helping him, right, and assisting him, and you're not being a mate to him because it's more than just laying down, jumping your bone, breaking your back, and doing whatever else it is that you feel that you need to do. Let's go further, okay? So we talking about for some of us who's not married, let's go with soulmate. Now listen to this. What am I telling you? Functioning, malfunctioning, dysfunctioning. So you got to figure out in what area do you fall in. For some of you, you want you a soulmate. But we got to understand two words. Break the words. What is your soul? What makes up your soul? Did you not know your thinking makes up your soul? So the way you think is part of your soul. So when you say, ladies, I want somebody to love my mind, that's the way you think. And that go your first error right there. Some of you, when you see the way you think, when you see the stuff you do, there is a God that oversees everything, right? The Lord Jesus, he says, I know your motives and I know your thoughts. I know the path you take. If that don't scare you, I don't know what will. So let me stop right here and back up. Remember, it's not God's promise that he promised you. It's what did you promise God? God, you give me another chance. God, if you help me out. God, if you bring my baby off the street. God, if you allow him to make it to C21 and go to school. God, if you give me somebody, I'll be a much. And I'm here to collect. I'm here to collect. As a servant of God, you owe him. You owe him. Remember, Remember, forgive us of our debts as I forgive my debtors. Some of you, you owe God. You owe God a new attitude. You owe God a smile. You owe him something. You understand what I said? But you voided on what you owe him. And I'm the one that's here, been sent to collect. So you're thinking, I want somebody to love my mind. I want somebody to love my body. And I want somebody to love my soul, my mind, my body, and my soul, your emotions. You want somebody to deal with you on your emotions? That's another era. Your emotions, when you can't even, some of you ain't even got through PMSing. PMSing makes you act a fool. It brings out the Freddy Krueger, the Jason. It brings out the Wicked Witch of the West. You ain't even conquered yourself yet. And yet, you mean to tell me you want to be in a relationship and you don't wonder why it's not functioning right? Why it's dysfunctioning or malfunctioning? You ain't even battled the battle that's against yourself. And God made you battle that battle every month as a reminder. Fear me, fear me. Every time you asked him to help you, he did exactly what you asked. But who forgot about God? You did. Who forgot about what you said? You did. Even Usher said, this is my confession. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to tell it, then I got to tell it all. Why ain't none of y'all telling it all? Why ain't none of y'all telling it all? Because you still trying to hide, acting like God don't know. He knows. He knows the path you take. He knows your manipulation. He knows what you're doing. But why don't you know this? I'm here to help you with this. I've been sent to start this feed. This feed don't play with you, so don't play with me. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. This is not something that you get on another day. This is what you get on this day. This is what you need to hear today. This is where we at. Some of you, I am the answer to your prayer. So you better get that answer. Don't you sit here and keep asking him for something and then you ain't hearing what I'm saying. I'm here to say what he's saying to you the best way I can. You better adjust what needs to be adjusted. If this is too much brightness on you, then hey, black your screen out. Do you hear me? But you better listen to what I'm saying. Come on, y'all. Soulmate. You ain't getting a soulmate because one, your mind. That's your thinking. You want somebody to love the way you think. Come on now. You ain't took $1 and turned it into $10. You ain't took $10 and turned it into $100. You so stuck on what you see in the mirror. That's your thinking. And you want somebody to love that? No. That's an error. Right? Okay. Soulmate. Your emotions, you got the worstest attitude, and you want somebody to marry that? Error. No. What else? Your free will. Free will is part of your soul. And for some of you, your free will, if you look back at some of the people you dated, I'm not going to lie to you. There's some people I done dated or I done been with in my past. If I saw them, I will hide. I'll be like, Lord, please. Whatever I did, that stuff is staying under the blood. Do you hear me? I don't know you. Excuse me. Who are you again? We used to date. We couldn't possibly date, sweetie. I don't know who you are. I'm a prayer. I'm a man. I'm under God's covenant now. Whatever life that you came from, I'm going to start sitting here throw water on them. Do you hear me? Whatever I done is under that blood and it's staying under that. Because I ain't proud at some of these people that I look back at now. I'll be like, was I really with them? Like, I could not possibly be. What was I thinking? Don't laugh at me. Some of you still with that person right now. And they is a hot mess. And that's who on your side representing you. Come on now. Don't play with me. And if they ain't there, then the problem got to be you. You better be honest. You can't get that demon up off of you until you become honest. I'm trying to release some of you today. Let's go. We already done covered what a helpmate is, right? Helpmate is to assist, right? Assist and then partner with somebody that has a vision. You not my helpmate by looking at me and being up under me every day. I don't need that type of attention at all. Trust me, that's called a dog. Okay, that's like a puppy. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need no puppy love. Get that little puppy love on up out of here. Okay, listen to me. Soulmates. Soul, that means the thinking. That's for the ladies. Let's get on over here to these little men. They cowards though. Cowards because they are falling short for that little black little thing between your legs, ladies. These men can't get to where they're going because that little thing between your legs, it really don't have no value to it, right? Men got two heads. Let's go. Oh, man, I forgot this is a PG line. Ooh, that better let me keep it moving. Anyway, men, when you want to be somebody's soulmate, That means you in love with them and the way that they think. Come on, y'all. Men, the way that the man thinks, the vision, the mission, the goal, how he execute, how he handles things, how he communicate, how he handle himself under pressure. If you gonna fall in love with anything, that's what you should fall in love with. That's his thinking, right? That's the way he makes things happen. He make magic happen. He's a rider. He goes out in the street and make it happen. He slide under that car, change the oil, jack up the car, do all this stuff. And you be like, wow, how did you know how to change tires and do all this? Because that's what a soulmate is that you fall in love with his soul. His emotions is so like, man, man, my dog, man, he going through. That's so, that means his emotions is out because he has feelings for things that went through the storm with him. Some of you ain't went through the storm with nobody. Damn. So that's short, brief description of a soulmate. Why did I go there? Because I was on social media the other day and I saw this guy. He's a relationship coach. This dude got like 2 million followers. I'm like, God, he got 2 million followers. So I decided to click on this video and I hear, ladies, you got to do this and do this and do this. And then I click on something else, ladies, you got to do this. And this man got 60,000 viewers, all these comments. And I'm like, this is garbage. All you doing is agreeing with a person who made the mistake already. You gave him a little bit. They sit here following this dude, and all he doing is every mistake you make, he reminds you, you need to do this, do this, do this. I'm here to cut straight to the chase. Listen, we are human beings, creatures of habits. Your habit is what creates your future. Your habit. I'm here to give you an inner concept. I look through this man whole page. I'm just flipping. All these viewers, I ain't hating on him though. He's doing something that I one day desire to do. But if I don't do nothing but roll with my little few people I got, I'm okay with that. But can we at least get to be millionaires? Can we at least, guys, be a happy community? Can we at least just learn to just say, man, I am my life coach, and give me some momentum? Maybe purchase a shirt or a book or something. Be like, every now and then, hit me with a hashtag. Vicky did a whole video, and said, man, I'm so happy with this book. My friend, I am my life. Give me some motivation or something. Sometimes you got to give the motivator some motivation. But long as you keep talking about me and letting people talk about me, then I'm on the front line fighting on your behalf, right? And so I'm sitting here flipping through this dude's thing, and I'm like, he ain't really saying nothing. But you messed up. But do this next time, ladies. And I'm be honest with you, there's no one really speaking to ladies the way ladies needs to be spoke to. You got your friends lying to you, knowing that outfit is not it. That's not it. Y'all should have a word that just say, that's not it. Makeup, that's not it. Hairstyle, that's not it. Shoes, that's not it. Y'all should have, if I tell you that's not it, you better trust what I say, because that's not it, right? And stop promoting deception or promoting foolishness. I said early on at the feed, and I believe this is very important for me, is that I don't think you my friend if you watch me make mistakes. You're not my friend if you can't wait to say I told you. You're not my friend by the time I done died or killed myself or my car done got repoed or I done got put out. You come in saying, I didn't know. I wish you would have called me. Why you didn't call me? You're an actor. You are an actor, right? Some of you, I'm sorry. I got to go ahead and go further. I got to push this thing, right? While it's on the tip of my tongue, I got to push this thing. If you get the things you need moving forward, you will never have to look backwards. Some of you, this is very key. If you're writing down anything, write this down. If you get the things you need as you move forward, that means take your time. You will never have to look backwards because you got the things you need to take you forward. What do I mean by this? In my book, I am my life coach. I am the author of it, right? I wrote you something out called a tool. It's called the AZ tool, right? With me, I look at my book as a weapon. I look at my book as a tool. A tool for who? A tool for self-manifestation, self-empowerment, self-awareness, self-worth, self-love, right? Self-discovery, right? Some of you, you've been self-sabotaging because you don't have no concept. And being a Christian really ain't gonna save you, because that concept don't work for you when you already done messed up already. You already done had engaged in sexual activity. You done already took a swig of a little wine or something. You done already started bad language. So every time you hear something, it's gonna always remind you of your mistakes you made. Nothing is gonna help you move forward other than what I created called I Am My Life Coach. The AZ tool is like the alphabet. You start at A and your point is to get to Z. But for some people in your life, beware, because when you see them, this is how their life runs. A, B, C, D, Y, X, Z. The end. X, Y, and Z, sorry. A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. The end. So when you meet them to date them, remember, helpmate. You think I'm gonna marry somebody that has A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z? Where's all your other stuff at? You ain't got none, right? Once you get to the end, you can't go back. You at the end, right? You want to be my soulmate, and you sitting here X, Y, A, B, X, Y, X, Y, and Z. A, B, X, Y, and Z. That's the end. Where's your M? Where's your N? Where's your O? And where's your P? You believe that I want to be in something that I'm missing so much. You missing so much that's required moving forward. You can't have prosperity when you sit here and come into something and it's so much missing. Remember, ability and availability. Some people don't have the ability to participate in a functioning marriage. You don't have the ability to participate in a dating scene. You don't have the ability to be involved with someone, right? For someone else, you don't understand the AZ chart? Let's go to the numbers chart. If I told you to count to 10 and you said 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, that's it. Because I told you to stop at 10. That means you missing 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Guess what happens with God? God says start over. So you meet a man or you meet a woman. Now you had 1, 2, 3. That woman becomes 4, 9, 10. Y'all don't have everything y'all need. Where y'all 5 at? Where y'all 6 at? Where y'all 7 at? Where y'all 8 at? Y'all don't have it. So guess what? You got to start over again. Now you can win a little money, get a new job or something. Now you got 1, 2, 3. The man or the woman becomes 4. Your new job becomes 5. But you don't have 6, 7, 8, but you got 9, 10. You still missing things. What am I saying? I'm saying you can't have something functioning and you don't have the total package. Some of us, you have the availability, but you don't have the ability to handle somebody's ups and somebody's down. Don't you know, even in your vows says for better and for worse. And for some of us, we went out on the worst. But truth be told, the worst was happened before it even happened because you never knew who you was. Some of you got strong in the relationship, but when you realize what you was looking at, you can't tolerate. The problem ain't with them. The problem is with you, because you shouldn't be in something that's what? Dysfunctioning, right? I'm here to cut it straight in half. So now we got something else, and I'm done. I got to flip over and do a recap. And the last one is classmate. For some of us, when we log in on the mighty Monday Meltdown, you guys are considered classmates. Why is it classmate? Because when you in class, you can't pay for class. Let's be clear about that. When you in class, you learning something, right? Who are we learning from on this feed? We learning from the teacher, which will be the Spirit. All you needed to really do is know how to be a good student. But for some of you, we have such bad ways, right? We have such bad ways. Like the person said at the beginning, you know, AJ, I don't need you to be my life coach, right? I need you to be my friend, right? And told me I need to just listen. Why are you torturing me even as a friend to listen to negativity? Do you understand what I just said? And at the end of the day, you're right. I'm not your life coach, because if I was your life coach, you would be paying me. No one here is paying me anything to lend my time. That don't mean you shouldn't donate. That don't mean you shouldn't do anything. All I ask you to do is support me. Support what? Support the vision. Support the vision. I'm here doing the work. That's all I ask you to do. Not me. I already have multiple businesses that surprise me with the things that I need, so I can have the fruits, right? And what they stated is that they just needed me to be a friend and listen to them tell me about somebody else that they're paying. That's your life coach. You paid them to listen to them. That's what you pay them for. You pay a psychiatrist so they can listen to you. You pay a counselor so they can listen to you. Well, guess what? I listen to the Spirit of God because I recognize that it's the Spirit of God speaking right now in me and through me. And hopefully he enabled your ears so you can hear something. I don't know what you're going to hear. I just want you to hear something, right? It was another individual. Well, let me get up off that individual stuff and let me get to what I needed to do. Let's go with this recap. Recap is about the scripture. The scripture was about Job. I talked last week about Job. I'm not going to the whole book of Job because I got another scripture I want to flip the script on. But just to go back to Job, Job was a servant. At the beginning of the Bible with Job, you will know that God said to the devil, "Have you considered my servant Job?" Right? He told the devil, "How you consider my servant Job?" For some of you, you going through what you going through because God chose you. And the beautiful part about this is you a servant. Unfortunately, there's not a pastor, there's not a reverend, there's not nobody that told you, "Hey, you a servant." If God told you anything, he told you for himself. When they asked me to be a teacher at the church, I said, "Why didn't a pastor come and ask me for himself?" They came back. Somehow somebody said, "The pastor wants you to teach," right? I said, "Well, then the pastor needs to come and ask me," right? Now, he ain't never heard me teach. Not to mention, I ain't taught one thing in my life. I wasn't even a Bible reader, right? So I went on every week when I came back to church. I'm sitting here looking at him like, "You don't see me? Don't you got something to say?" He walked right on past John Hannah, walked right on past me, still doing his thing. I'm sitting here looking, trying to catch eye contact with him. Like, didn't you send the word saying that you want me to teach, right? I mean, I'm sure they told you, right? I'm sure God told you. And every week, it just went on for like months. He walk on past, he run on across stage, doing what he do. I'm sitting here trying to catch eye contact, like I'm sneezing, standing up on purpose. I try to walk in the service late just so he could see me walk in. Like, "Oh, there go AJ. Hey, AJ, I need to speak to you after this. I want to talk to you about being a teacher. I need you to teach here," right? It never happened. Finally, I gave up. Like, look, this man ain't never said he wanted me to teach. Why would somebody tell that lie to me like that? And they was a minister at the church. And then an angel visited me. And the angel said, "He don't have the right to tell you you're a teacher. It was me that sent the word that said you are a teacher." That's an angel. An angel is a spirit, like Gabriel is a spirit, right? Like the angel Michael is a spirit, right? Like Jesus, right? That's a spirit, right? All these spirits, you still don't believe in spirit, but you want to talk about the devil, you want to talk about Satan, you want to talk about everything else, and that's a spirit too. So when I called for the mighty army, the invisible crown army, and I said the angels take your position, guess who bodies those angels is getting in? Yours. Because I need you. I need an army if I'm going to be out here fighting. Y'all not going to leave me out here by myself. We are God's messengers. We call servants. So Job was a servant. And what happened in his servanthood of a person that was perfect? He lost his money. He lost his children. He lost his wife. His wife told him, "Look, you curse your God. Listen at that. Curse your God and just give up on your God." That's his partner. Ain't that his helpmate? She made it into the Bible just like that. Curse your God, because you going too much suffering out here, right? As a servant, he took his clothes off and said, "Freely I came in this world, freely I leave this world." Now, Job had it. Some of y'all had it. Y'all had it popping in your younger days. Let's be clear. You ain't got it popping no more. You know what I'm saying? You had it popping in your younger days. Right now, you don't got it popping with an ing. You got to pop, like pop. That's it. But you ain't popping at all. Because if you think you popping, that's somebody that can pop lock all over your face. Okay, I'm talking about. Y'all get where I'm going with this, right? Okay, so Job, moving along, lost everything. He went through a testing time, and he had some friends, some real friends. And his friends came and said, the reason all this happening to you is because God is angry. Just like some of you, they say, the reason you going through is because you ain't married, or you shacking, or you this here. The reason you doing because God don't like ugly. And this is what they doing to Job all this time. And Job trying to defend himself. You know, I do love God. God do love me. I am a child of God. I do go to church, right? I do. Listen to me. Religion do not save you. Jesus does. Going to church does not save you. Jesus does. Being in the choir do not save you. Jesus does. Sitting here being on a board do not save you. Jesus does. If you understand who Jesus is, I understand for some of you, I don't follow Adonis because I can't follow you in conversation. You can't follow nobody because ain't nobody leading you. Some of you can't be led. Nobody can lead you anywhere. That's the problem. Right there. Couldn't be led, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not following. Jesus had 12 disciples. He had to call them while they was doing what they was doing. Some of you had to be called while you was doing whatever it is you was doing. I don't care what you was doing, but some of you know what you was doing. This ain't about God's promise. This is about what did you promise? What did you promise? I'm here to collect. I am God's servant, and I'm here to collect to make sure you, as well as myself, we stay on position, we stay on point, we give him what he rightfully deserves. I'm not asking you for anything, but I am telling you that in this moment, we have to change our confession, and you have to recall what you promised God. You told him you gonna work on your mouth, and you ain't worked on it yet. You told him you gonna stop being stingy, and when somebody gonna do something for me, you ain't done nothing for you. Okay? When you told God what you was gonna do, that was for you. But you didn't do it, so he didn't let nobody bless you. Come on now. Y'all ain't ready for the truth, but we gonna hear it today. I tell you that. We gonna hear it today. I might not have too many people follow me after this feed, but it's okay. Right? So listen to this. Jesus, just so y'all know, he called his people to follow him at different times. I told y'all we might not get that big, but if I can count on my few to get here, we good. Because I guarantee you our life will shine. People only throw shade on things that shine. So if they throwing shade on you, they backing up off of you, you know what I'm saying? They backing up off of you. That's because you shining so bright. What charges do you have against me? What did I do to anybody but try to help people be free? Help people get to a higher place. Help people with their personal life. Help people. And what do I get? I need to shut up, listen to them as if they pay me a dime. And what they saying as if they going to benefit me at all. It does not. I had somebody else to get on my phone, told me I need to listen to them, told me I ain't perfect, and I need to learn how to listen to. And I'm sitting here like, first off, let me just explain something to you. Nobody gets on my phone and attempts to make an attempt to bring me down. You don't get on my line to tell me I ain't perfect. You don't get on my line to sit here and point out my mistakes. You don't get on my line to think you're going to check me about my life. I have positive people in my life. I have people in my life that I'm positive to them and they positive to me. But one thing I will not do is give you permission to PP on me. Like I just said, people ain't got a pot to piss in because guess what? Most of you are the pot. You are the pot that they have to piss in. And some of us, we also have the window to throw it out of. That means when you talk to me, you pissing in a pot. And it's my pot, not yours. But if you act up, I will pour this back in your face. Do you hear me? And you will be drowned. And I will baptize you in your own mess that you tried to put over here on me. No, pee in this bucket and let me throw it out the window. But I never said I was going to throw it inside of me. Did y'all get that part now? So now that you understand that I'm very violent, but I'm violent in a good way. Because I don't play with people, because people shouldn't play with people, especially those that's been chosen and called by God. Some of you, you are called for a position. But one we ain't gonna do. You chose, some people gonna choose you, and you didn't choose them, because without the Spirit of God, I wouldn't even talk to a lot of people. I wouldn't be on this feed trying to cry out to you. This is my deal with God. This is my confession. This is my promise. You need to get to, what did you promise? Some of you, I'll be a good wife, God, if you give me a chance. I'll be a good helper if you give me a chance. Okay, I'm going to give you a chance. Be his soulmate. Mate with his soul. You can't mate with his soul because you're too busy trying to take his soul. Come on now. You too busy trying to take his mind and put it on you. You got all these other women. Hey, he ain't got all them other women. They ain't qualified. They available. Just because you got availability don't mean you have the ability. It's a lot of women. I ain't single. I'm not with nobody. Then work on yourself at that moment. If you don't have nobody, then you got no reason why your credit ain't good. You have no reason why you ain't got no money in the bank. You have no reason why you can't start a business. You have no reason on why you can't drive what you should be driving. You don't have nobody trying to be your head. You got nobody trying to lead your little trifling self. You have nobody that's trying to interrupt you. You ain't been wee-wee-matized. You ain't got none of that. You don't need none of that. God is your God. But the moment you pick up somebody to be in your life, you better hope he got the Spirit. Because if he don't, then he is your commander-in-chief by law. That's law, the law of God. Whoever you chose, I gave him your number. You gave him your number. You done gave him permission and gave him the title to you now. So now, he cross-eyed it, reading, and you sitting here got lingerie on because you want to go out and show out and think you got somebody. Boo, listen to me. You can't compete on certain levels, okay? I'm trying to tell you, if you knew what's out there on the market consists of, you would go tuck your little thing in and try something different, because that ain't gonna work at the end of the day. So we got classmates. So when you look at class, you should date according to your class. Like me, I think I got class, right? Why do I got class? Not just outwardly, I got class inwardly. When I talk to God and God talk back to me, that's a class I'm in. Now, if you ain't in honors like me, I was in the honors math, right? Some of you in honors English. You in honors this, honors that, right? That's the class. Some of us, we classmates. We on the battlefield. This battlefield is called life. Whose life? Our life. So now we in here and we playing this thing out. We coming up with a strategy. We coming up with a plan. We learning how to play defense. We ain't lying to each other. Most important, you ain't lying to yourself. It ain't about nobody else on this feed. It's about you. That's who it's about on this feed. Self-empowerment. Finally, somebody speaking your language. And it will happen to be who? Me. I'm speaking your language because guess what? Nobody else gonna tell you what I'm telling you. Fear God. Why do you need to fear God? Because some of you beg God for something and he delivered. You begged him for another chance, he delivered. You begged him for another opportunity, he delivered. You begged him for a good medical report, he delivered. You begged him for a job, he delivered. You asked him for this, he delivered. The only one who ain't delivered is you, and I'm here to collect. I am a servant sent by the Lord Jesus Christ, and you about to pay up for what it is that you owe him. And today, you about to change your confession. Usher changed his. These are my confession. Right? My chick on the side, you know what I'm saying? She got a crib in the house. If I'm going to tell it, then I got to tell it all. It's about time you tell it all. And once it's covered under the blood, you better leave it under the blood. Do you hear me? Come on now, y'all. That's classmate. But once you understand what classmate is, then God steps in and he says, checkmate. For some of you, you can't holler checkmate yet. And that's the problem with this thing. You think you got all your stuff lined up. You ain't got your stuff lined up. You 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, and you missing some stuff. ABCs, you A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, right? X, Y, Z. Where is the rest of it? Where the G and the H and the I? You got to start over. And what am I saying? It's okay to start over. I just told somebody I feel like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. And guess what? I said I got to lose my 10 because I would rather have my in order than to have my out of order. And my point is, I don't need 10. I need 9. And if I got to lose my 9 and only have 1 through 7 or 1 through 8, I don't care if I got 1 through 3. At least I got my stuff in order. Y'all better stop trying to reach for the top, because in your reach is where your hand gets snatched and broke off. You trying to handle stuff you ain't prepared to handle yet. You better get your butt back in class with people, because some people, they skipping classes and then you wonder why you missing out, why they don't apologize. Some people can't even say they sorry. That's the easiest thing. I apologize. apologize, because I don't want to lose our relationship. I don't want to fall out with you right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry for what I did to you. I never meant to hurt you. I really, really need you. You know what I'm saying? And that is so forth. But guess what? They don't know how to say it. They never said it a day in their life. Let's get to this word. I got to crack this word for you guys. So Job at the end. A lot of y'all want to skip the middle, go straight to the end. A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. And in the end, Job got everything brought back. But y'all ain't discovered what he went through. Some of you just want to. And Job was tempted by the devil. And at the end, he got double portion. And what did that do to you? What did that do for you but make you look stupid? Especially when a person is grounded. You can't tell Vicky or nobody like that. You can't tell Invisible Crown Army something like that. They'll be looking at you like, did I miss something? And you ain't get that? No, I didn't get it. Say it again. I didn't hear you. And you know how Job was tempted and he resisted the devil and he lost everything? God gave everything back to Job and he had double. Okay. And what does that have to do with you? Just give me some. Well, I'm just saying, Job got double, but you ain't got nothing right now. How are you going to get anything? Let's not get to double. Let's get to your confession. Let's get to what done happened to you. Job had a conversation with God. And with that conversation with God, he was able to tell God exactly, God, look, you're going to come down here and you're going to talk to me. God promised him. He said, now I seen you from first. I heard about you. Some of you just heard about God. I heard about this Jesus. I heard about this Mighty Monday Meltdown. I heard about this AJ the Wildfire. I heard. Y'all got a lot of I heard people. Please shut my feet. Thank y'all. That's all I ask y'all to do at this point. He said, I heard about AJ the Wildfire. I heard about I Am My Life Coach, y'all. This is our community. We built this. We going to be on because we built this. This is our environment. We on the front line. We are stronger because we train, we practice. Y'all understand where we at, so we don't have to pretend. But all my new people, welcome. We welcome you in. Please join us every Monday, 7 o'clock hour, Mighty Monday Meltdown. I'm your transformation coach. Anyway, Job, right? I got to get to this word, but Job, he said, God, I understand now. I have no right to question you. You are now my God. I realize some of you are in your hurting position, your crying position, your lonely position, your abandoned position, your confused position, your disabled position, your broken position, because you have not delivered on what you told God you would do. I'm here to collect on that. So Job said, and now I decrease. I take off my stuff. I put my head down and I realized I was a fool, right? Cool. God went to Job's friends and said, whoever you is, whatever his name was, and your friends. Why did he say and your friends? Because there's protocols, right? There's levels. People that's over people, right? There's levels, right? Here's AJ, and then here's my brother. But y'all don't get my brother. Y'all get AJ. If you get AJ, you get AJ and his brother because his brother is who he talks to. So some of you got to understand decent and in order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Decent and in order. Remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said I felt like I had 8, missing 9 and 10. Get rid of 10 because I'd rather have my stuff in order than be sitting here out of order. Now I'm waiting, wondering, do this person have this? Do this person have this? Some of you got your stuff all out of order and you need to just release what you don't have. If you got 1 and 2, at least you got it in order. But all 1, 2, and 7, and 8, and 10, it don't matter what you got at that point because it's not in order. Release that because somebody else need what you need to release. Some of you holding on to people, you need to release them so somebody else can find a little butt and put them on the level they need to be on. Okay, that's another one. That was good too. Y'all got that? So Job, right? God said, go to Job and have my servant. Do you hear? God brought up Job's name to the devil in the beginning. Have you considered my servant Job? At the end, he said to the friends, I pray God better tell y'all who AJ the Wildfire is, who Adonis D. Johnson is. Don't play with me. He said, go to my servant Adonis. Go to my servant Vicky, Chris, Sonia, Marie. Y'all are servants of God. Tamiko, y'all, Davaria, y'all are servants. That's who y'all are. Now, I ain't talking about pretending service. Now, y'all gonna pretend to serve food. I ain't talking about that. That ain't the servant I'm talking about. Y'all are real servants. And guess what? He said, have him to pray for you. Why did they say have him to pray for you? And I will consider their prayer on your behalf, because they, the friends, didn't go through what Job went through. Job have experience with suicidal thoughts. Job have experience with betrayal, dysfunctional family, Chicago dysfunctional community, with racism, with police abuse, right? Job has experience. AJ has experience with religion. I danced in the church. Some people be like, he need to go to the church. He needs his own church. I done danced in the church. I done served food. I done cooked food with the apron on. I done so much for the church. Some of you ain't even been an usher yet in the church. And yet you think you got the ability to tell me what I should be doing. He needs to be in a church. It's a church, son. Man, get that up out of here. Some people got the ability and some people have availability. And if you don't have the ability, stop trying to find a soulmate. Stop trying to find a helpmate. Stop trying to find a classmate and let God checkmate you on where you need to be at so you get your little self together. Some people, you talking about you single. You single. I ain't got nobody. I ain't seeing nobody. I ain't dating nobody. Good. Work on yourself and fix your credit. Get your money up. Start your business. You ain't got no excuse. You can't even blame nobody. You shouldn't be looking for nobody anyway. Get your little butt over there, right? So that's that. I flipped the script. That's my recap. Now I just want to flip the script real quick, and I'm going to close out with this right here. Matthew 10. Jesus had 12 disciples. 12 disciples. But what you don't know is he called his 12 disciples to follow him. He didn't call them to follow them. You understand? And he released them. But he had 12 disciples, but Jesus made the 13th disciple. So actually, it was 13 disciples. 13. Because he said, if you're going to be my brothers and sisters, then that's the one that comes to do God's will. God's will was to prosper you. If you're not prospering, then we ain't on the same team. If you live in lack and you keep trying to mess up people because you don't have the ability to make no contribution to the relationship, then how do you keep putting yourself in a position in somebody else's life? And then the first thing you want to do is say that men, these men out here cheat. No, there's other doors to the relationship other than your legs. There's other things that makes up a relationship, and you ain't trying to fulfill none of these other doors here. Okay, there's more things to your life. Ain't nobody forcing nobody to do anything. And if you did what you did, then that's what you did. At the end, all you got to do is be responsible over what you do and stop trying to monitor what somebody else do. Checkmate. You got that? Check your mate. Okay, checkmate. Check yourself. So listen, Jesus 13. Here you go. Matthew 10 verse 13. Listen to this. I use the spirit because the spirit used me, but I have to spin this thing around and use some spiritual stuff so my people can see, okay, AJ, I get it. No, I'm gonna give you the Bible and I'm gonna flip it for you. Okay, so you can get KB mode. KB mode! Now listen, verse 13, Matthew 10:13. Check this out. If the home is deserving, stop. That means if you, my friend, I got to look at you and evaluate what you got to offer. Some people, you don't have anything. So at the end of the day, you're not no threat to me because what you offer, I can't even deal with that. I will not date a person or be with a person or hold a person that do not have the ability. I don't care how available you are, how single you are, and how loyal you are. If you don't have the ability, that means you are lazy. That means you ain't take the time to work on yourself. That means you ain't about your business. You don't care about your own foundation. You don't care about anything that makes up your life. And that means you done already flipped the middle finger to everything that connects to you, your children, your family, and your friends. So I can't expect for you to be in my life and operate when there's nothing to operate. So I come to give you something different. He says, evaluate the house, right? Listen to this. Deserving. Let your peace rest on it. Stop. How do you get peace? Is to be confident in who you are, what you are, and where you are. Some of you, you don't know who you are. right? Because you're too busy listening to other people tell you, you was out at the club on Saturday. I had somebody tell me that I always come against things. And I said, listen, if people got an opinion about me, I can't give my opinion about them. Listen to me, ladies. Your feelings is not your thinking. Your feelings is a feeling, right? Sometimes you use your feelings when you say, I feel like you don't do this. I feel like you ain't listening. Your feelings is only attached to you, but it's not your thinking. You can't use your feelings as your head. Your head is your head. Your feelings is your feelings. But the moment you convict yourself, you'll be saying, I feel like you don't do this here. I feel like you're not showing me no attention. I feel like you ain't affectionate enough for me. I feel like you ain't consistent. I feel like it's just a emotion that's not being controlled and used the proper way. You should be using your head when it comes to making a decision, not your feelings. And that's why I say to you guys, put your feelings in your pocket, because your feelings goes with you, not me. I don't care about your feelings because you don't care about your feelings. The day you care about your feelings, you will stop using your feelings to make a decision and use your head to make one. At the end of the day, are you prospering? Yes, I am. Are you happy? Yes, I am. Are y'all moving? Yes, I am. Do you have peace? Yes, we do. Then that's what your head will tell you. But if you use your feelings, I feel like he got somebody else. I feel like he ain't listening to me. And at that moment, everything goes down. Boom. We don't got nothing now. Because I done seen crazy come out. I done seen foolishness come out. And now I'm sorry for what I did. You should have been sorry a long time ago. You right. At the end of the day, you ain't learned to protect what should be protecting you. Your feelings is for you. My thinking is for me. But when I think it's for me, my thinking does not control your feelings. Your feelings is your actions. But your head and how you think is for you, not for me. So you shouldn't use your feelings against my mind, because my mind don't have nothing to do with your feelings. Come on, y'all. Y'all better say something. That's the truth. That's the truth. So listen to this. So he said, if the house is worthy, right? If the house is worthy, I got to close out. I'm rocking right now. I'm rocking because I'm going out of this thing. I need y'all to go out with me. Don't you leave this feed. I want to pray with you guys. Pray with me. Please don't leave me by myself. Please don't leave me by myself. I need y'all. One time, stay with me real quick, all right? Stay with me, right? Stay with me. Listen to this. Wait. Listen to this. I want to close out with you guys. Please don't leave me, right? Don't leave me, right? Don't leave me. Listen, watch this. Listen. He say, if the house is deserving, this is Jesus talking. I follow Jesus. That's my relationship. I follow Jesus. Religion don't say nobody. Jesus does. Relationship. I follow Jesus. So follow me, because that's who I'm following. Jesus. Alternate route. Let's go. If the house is deserving, let your peace rest on it. If it is not, stop right there. Didn't I just tell you? We ain't got no compatibility, no connectivity, and I don't give about that little activity that we did a little while ago. At the end of the day, let's talk about substance. Let's talk about your ability to maintain. Let's talk about, are you ready to handle $1 million dreams, $1 million ideas, $1 million moves? Can you handle that? Can you walk in $1,000 shoes? Can you handle some good garments? Can you give off a fragrance to make everybody say, man, who is that? Can you take some time to make sure you compliment what compliments you? But if you did it for you, it's no wonder why you go out here and you compete with everybody out here. You don't worry about a man because you want a man to be worried about you. You make yourself up, you put yourself on, you push it up, you throw it up, you pull it in, suck it in so you can meet somebody. Most women go out in the world and hope that they might meet somebody. It could be at the gas station. It could be at the aid office. It could be at the police station. It could be at it could be wherever it can be. If I meet somebody and get a number, he tried to holler at me, and Lord bless the man by protecting that man for sitting here trying to holler at that lady right there. God, it was you all the time. She shouldn't be available for a holler. He should be talking. Some of you, how can he be talking to you when you don't listen? Y'all should be like, boo, you lying. He ain't talking to you because you don't listen. I know you don't listen. I look at your life. You don't listen. He ain't talking to you. I'm seeing somebody. We supposed to be seeing each other. Boo, you lying. You ain't seeing. You blind. All outdoors. If you will see that the stuff you do ain't working for you, but you gonna keep seeing him. No, you ain't seeing him. Me and him together, baby girl, you ain't together because I looked at your bank account. I looked at how you raise your children. You ain't nowhere near together. Y'all, you can't possibly do. But we believe anybody. We messing around. Messing around. girl, you need to stop messing around because God ain't messing around with you. And you've been messing around so much that you can't even get what God got for you. What's the other ones? They hollering. Okay, you ain't hollering because you ain't listening. Why they hollering at you? Because you ain't listening. They could be talking to you, but they got to holler at you. Hey, what's up, girl? What's your number? Give me your number, girl. What's your number? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, listen to this. It says, let your peace, listen. It says, let your peace rest on it. If not, let your peace, your confidence, your understanding, what you believe, your grounding, your infrastructure, your foundation, let everything you got return back to you. I told you that you have to do this thing for yourself. Some of you that want to claim that you're single, you single so that you can let your peace return back to you. You single so you can find peace. You single so you can work on yourself. You single so you can build it up. You single so you can run it up. You single so you can understand what you've done. You can't blame nobody. You can't accuse nobody. You can't blame nobody but the body that you sitting in right now. Come on now. God promised you something and you promised God something, but today you finna change your confession. You've been sitting here lying all this time. You've been sitting here trying to do it your way, wanting to help mate, but don't understand that means to assist. You ain't assisted yourself yet. How can you help somebody and you ain't got the right spirit? How can you help somebody and you ain't got the right attitude? How can you help somebody? You ain't got the resources. You ain't got the understanding. You ain't got the wisdom. You don't have the ability. How can you help somebody? You are available. You single. So God, if they single, then can you come down and can you date them? Can you marry them? Can you be with them? Can you help them? Can you build them up? Yes, God. Oh, he said, but you got to be willing to tear it down. He said, if he knock and you open, you better open. You better open. But some of you ain't open. Why you ain't open? Because your ways has definitely done this on you. But today, AJ break in. Today, we having a break in for a breakout. Let's go. He said, let your peace return back to you. If anybody on this feed will not welcome you. Yes, God. If anybody do not welcome you, AJ, then guess what? Or listen to your words. If you don't listen to my words, leave that home. Leave this feed immediately. Why? It said, or town, shake. Shake the dust. Come on, y'all, because you in sackcloth. I'm up on people that got on sackcloth. I'm up on people that got dusty days, dusty lives. You don't have the ability because you still in the dust. You still in the dirt. Another one bite the dust. That's you. It ain't going to be me, though. It says, dust your feet off. Meaning, we done stepped into something. Come on, Analyzer. And we done stepped into something. But we have the ability as God's servants, as God army of angels to step out or whatever we stepped in. Now, when we step out, your family step out. When you step out, your children step out. When you step out, everything else is left in. Come on now. We got to step out. He says, step out and you got to shake. That means that's something you got to do. Shake. Up off of you. It was on me, but now it's off of me. Your foolishness was on me. The desire was on me. The lust was on me. The whatever it is was on me. The talking about somebody was on me. But once I shook, all that stuff came right off. Come on now. It says, truly I tell you. Oh, no. I'm sending. Who is this? This is the Lord. I'm done on this, y'all. The Lord. I'm sending. Verse 16. I am sending. I told you guys, y'all servants. I'm sending you out like sheep. Why sheep? Because we don't choose, Chris, who we sent to. We don't choose. I'm sorry, you guys. I told you the chosen. We're chosen, right, by God to do what God would have us to do. Many are picked. You guys are picking me for some stuff. You pick somebody else for somebody else. You picked your pastor. You picked your guy. You picked who you wanted to date. You picked everybody else. But you better get to who chosen. Because when you chosen for something, chosen was chosen by God, not chosen by man. He say you was chosen I'm sending you out like sheep, meaning you're not even supposed to evaluate the people he's sending you to. You're supposed to show up to do what it is you know how to do. You know how to lay hands. You know how to rebuke. You know how to encourage. You know how to get somebody off the ground. You know how to provide. You know how to get them out of whatever they in. He said, I send you out like sheep, so that you won't sit here and be looking at them like they better have green eyes, they better have dreadlocks. I don't care if you got Dolly Parsons on, okay? I don't care if you sit here and got Michael Jackson nose or somebody else's, what's the name? You got a Diana Ross Afro. It don't matter to me. I'm here to do what God will have me to do in this moment. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You understand me? But if you try to sabotage my walk, if you try to misalign what I do, if you try to manipulate the system, I will take you out quicker than you can say, please forgive me for not knowing who you are, what you are, and where you are, and what you come here to do. AJ don't play right now. Therefore, be as screwed as a snake. There you go. Oh, he know how to move. I told somebody, look, in order to get some people out of hell, you got to know how to get in hell. I think when I was in hell, I think I was the leader of the hell group. I think when I was in my little demon days, I was out there. I was the leader. I was the general of devils. I was like a lot of you devil advocates. You know, every time somebody say something positive, you say, but I see the other side. I see this way. It can go both ways. See, you the devil's advocate. You still in. So when I was in the devil camp, I was leading the devil's little camp. Come on, y'all, forget them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here doing my thing, jacking people like, ooh, can he do it like that? I'm sitting here just working it, right? Just working it. Devil's camp. But I got called out the devil's camp. God said, now, since you done been in the devil's camp, you getting upgraded. So I went from dancing on the streets to dancing in the church. You're going to get an upgrade. So now I'm out here dancing in the church. The church folks, which is another religion gang, they a gang. They was gang banging. Them old ladies in there gang banging on little old AJ. All right, I wasn't even AJ there. Adonis, right? That's when Adonis came back. And now God said, they killed you. I died over here. But then somehow the spirit jumped in me, woke me up. Boom. Now I'm back. Hey, here I go. Yay. Now I'm back to do this work, right? And I'm back to do this work. So he's sitting outside. He said, "Bruce, screwed as a snake and as soft as a dove." That means I had to have both sides in order to be this right here. In order to get this right here, you had to have both sides. I feel like I came right out the ashes like the Phoenix Sun. So y'all want to hear the story. I am the story, right? So here it go as I close. Look. Be on, look, verse 17. Be on your guard. You will be handed over to the local councils. That's your little community of friends. That's your people. They on your IG. They in your Facebook. They looking at you and they can't wait till you say one word and your butt going to handcuffs. Soon as you say one thing, you gone. That's why he said the enemy is at your door. You don't even know who's at your door. The enemy. Who's the enemy? Some of the people that you dating, that you like, that's around you, manipulating you, that's right there. They done hijack your system all in your life. Girl, what you doing today? Women, men is not your problem. Your sisters, your friends is your problem. Your problem is the ones that you chose to be around you. That's your problems. Come on now. Listen to this. The local council and be flogged in a what? In a church, in a synagogue. Because I don't sound like them. Y'all think AJ got a problem because I'm not out here talking about and God said and I said all that. I don't have no problem with that. I love that because that's helped me when I needed it on that level. I'm on another level. I'm here for who God called me to come here and get. It says on verse 18, on my account, Adonis, say your name, you will be brought before governors. Do y'all know who the governors are? I ain't talking about the governor of Illinois. There's governors. Just like there's a general in the army of God. There's kings. Do y'all know who the kings are? Jesus is the king of kings. Who the other kings? Y'all don't know this, do y'all? That's why you better recognize you a servant. As witness to them and to the Gentiles. Gentiles is the wild animals. But when they arrest you, because you will get arrested, do not worry about what you will say. Some of you, I'm closing on this. Listen to me. In this recovery season, you are not to give an excuse, you are not to give an explanation, and you are not to give a reason. I repeat, write this down. No excuses, no explanation, no reason. Don't you give none, and don't you receive none at this point. This is the season of recovery. No excuses, no explanation, no reason. You should know what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing without having to explain your actions or your movement. Your movement is built for you, not nobody else. Your movement is built for you. So it says, witness, but when they arrest you, do not worry about what you will say. No reason, no explanation, no excuses, right? Don't worry about what you're going to say or how to say it. No excuses, no explanation, no reason. At that time, there go time, you will be given what to say. What to say. God will give you what to say. Some of you change your confession because your little game book of dating and all that is outdated, okay? And it's about time you get what's for you. You got an inheritance coming. And you finna graduate today. Everybody that shared the feed and everybody that's listening to my voice, welcome to the Invisible Crown Army. We are an army that stands up for what's right. If you ain't gonna fight for yourself, then you have no right to nominate somebody else to fight on your behalf. At this point, you gonna have to be the one that advocate for you, for what you need and why you need it. So you can stand in the gap on your family and friends and everybody else. You gonna be the one who pray for everybody. You gonna be the one who cheers and give the toast to family, friends, and love. It's gonna be on you. And what he say, at that time, I'll give you what to say, for it will not be you speaking. It will not be your intellect. It will not be what you was taught. It will not be what you heard. It will not be what you used to doing. It will not be what you accustomed to. It will not be you talking. And when that happened, but the spirit of your father will be speaking through you. He'll be speaking through you. Come on now. Now you understand what it means to be a soulmate. Now you understand what it means to be a helpmate. Now you understand what it means to be a classmate. Now you understand how you going to say checkmate. Yay. Yeah. Yes, God. Yeah. As we close out. Yeah. Yes, God. It will be the spirit speaking to you. But understand this, brothers will betray brothers to death. Father will betray his child. Children will rebel. Children will rebel against the parents. Some of you done already triggered the rebelliousness. I advise you to take your position, reroute yourself. Come on now. Lock and loaded. Get yourself together. God, we are here before you right now, receiving everything you have for us. We recognize that on the Mighty Monday Meltdown, when the time is ticked down to this time at night, you light this fire. You led them by fire. Hey, and we are that fire right now. You lit the fire. You prepared the fire because the fire is what was needed in order for your presence to come. Daniel was through in the fire. Meshach, Shamrock, and Abednego was through in the fire, not by themselves. They didn't walk in the fire. They was thrown in the fire, but when they was in the fire, that's when you showed up. Come on now. Some of us, we are on fire right now, and the signals is going up. That's the smoke signals. Come on now, God, we grateful for you. We grateful, God, that you are our God. We grateful, God, that you provide for us. We grateful, God, that we can say checkmate. We grateful, God, that you are showing us ourselves. You are giving us self-empowerment, self-awareness. You giving us self-love. You giving us self-discovery. We're discovering things about ourselves. You hear us. You hear us when we was complaining. You heard us when we was begging. You heard us when we was crying. You heard us when we was asking you for things. And you promise. You promise you will never leave us. You promise that no weapon formed against us. You promise that you will use our enemies as our footstool. Your promise did not come back void. You did everything you said you was going to do. But God, if we be the children of you, then God, we did not fulfill our promise that we made to you. We said we'll be better people. We said we'll be open to receive. We said we will read our Bible. We said we'll pray more. We said we'll do better. We said we'll move better. We said we'll be willing to help. God, I told you if you help me, I'll be willing to help those that think they need help, even those that don't even know they need help. But today I'm here to fulfill the promise that I made to you, God, by the people that I present to you. I brought them to you, God. You could take it from here. Yay. Have your way. Yay. And while you're doing it for them, please don't forget about me. Knowledge, win today, and ignorance again, for the glory of God, in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Yay. 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 Yes, God. I know this is a lot right now for some of you, but I love God, and some of you love God too. And if you don't have a problem with my loving God, that's probably why you ain't fulfilling the promise that you made to God. He wants some glory, he wants some praise, and he wants some honor. And you don't want to give him none. So I give it to him on your behalf. I stand in the gap on your behalf. I thank God for him helping you all the times he helped you that you didn't even think you need help. You need help right now. You need help seeing. You need help walking. You need help talking. You need help with yourself. You need help on dating. You need help on marriage. You need help on being a wife. You need help on structure. You need help with finances. You need help with dieting. You need help with all the things you need help. You need help with your emotions. And you still don't think you need help. That's a blind person. And it's a dangerous person. For some of you, some people have the ability, but they don't have the availability. And just because some of you got the availability, I think you better check your ability. Some of you, you ain't got enough gas. And you ain't got enough gas to go where you're trying to go, okay? And ain't nobody taking no shortcut. For some of you, God giving you a two-seater. Don't you load your car up and weigh yourself down with your little friends, females. Y'all better watch them Vikings, baby. Them Vikings will hijack you, okay? Steal what's yours and what's meant for you. That man was your husband. They jumped in and tainted him, put some insurance on him, made that man have an accident inside of him. Got with that man and gave him an accident. He done had too many accidents. He had too many oops. And now you supposed to marry somebody that was clean. Somebody never had no accidents. And he done messed around, went to the club when you wasn't there, and then ran into somebody and had an accident. Better fix that fender bender. Some of you ain't nothing but an accident. I can't drive my car up in that garage. I'm good. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings to you guys. I love you, man. I love y'all, man. We got this. Nobody's doing what we doing. God say keep doing it. This is the season of recovery. Recover yourself. Recover yourself. This is the season of recovery. You about to holler checkmate. 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 You about to checkmate mean game over. If y'all don't know what checkmate mean, that's like checkmate. Game over. I'm done. Checkmate. I'm done. Peace and blessings. Things is about to work out for your good. YouTube, thank you guys for joining me. I'm out. Peace. Man, that was heavy, y'all.